So, um, so speaking of legendary managers, a legendary former NXT GM made his on-screen return to NXT this past week. That was William Regal. He did a segment with his son, Charlie Dempsey, who just won the NXT Heritage Cup, formerly known as the NXT UK Heritage Cup. I want to know how you feel about William Regal being back, coming back to NXT and being on an on-screen capacity.
All I could think of is war games.
That's the accent. You sound like Harry Potter.
I can't do a good old white man, but maybe you can.
I can't. I cannot.
But no, like what? I get my granddad back. Like I feel like he was, to me, a heart that he was the completion of the heart that we had at NXT. And I just felt like that was painful. Like losing Morrow was painful, but losing William Regal, it just didn't hit the same. Anytime anyone yelled at War Games, I was so mad. I was so mad. I was upset. It just took me back just because William was the staple of like the most preliminary stage of NXT.
Yeah.
That brought up the greatest stars that we see today, take it on the main roster. It was so weird with him not being there, but now that NXT is way up, like they're way, way up. I love the fact that they're introducing some older pieces back, and this just feels right. This made me smile. I'm happy to see my granddad back. Like, I'm so hyped.
I agree with you. I think that him being back to NXT is needed. I feel like he's just an automatic energy lifter. I think that he is great at what he does as the general manager. It was great to see him in whatever role he's back in now. If it's going back to being a general manager or just dealing with his son, I'm very, very excited. Like we saw what he did in AEW for the short time he was there, creating the Blackpool Combat Club and then briefly managing MJF. We know how valuable he is as an on-screen character and as a creative mind behind the scenes. So I think that this is going to be fantastic. I'm very, very much looking forward to what he does. I think the vibe is back in NXT. Like, I feel like, when like you have a party of people and like everybody's coming in the door and then that one person comes in and it's just like, it's official. It's a party. Yeah. William Regal is that guy. So I think that him being back on screen, and I'm very, very interested to see more interactions between him and Charlie Dempsey. So I'm very excited. But let us know how y'all feel about William Regal being back as an on-screen character for NXT. Let us know in the comments below, but we are going to move on